third graders. It's finally Friday. Today I'm going to just quickly go over the assignments. It looks like we have a lot more on this post, but a lot of it is just reminders and good questions to refer to just to help you with your reading. So it's going to look a bit wordy today, but I'll try to focus on what you need to do today. Please read the whole blog post. If you need to print it out to just check things off and help you with checklists, it might be a good idea to print this blog, this actual post. Okay, just a reminder to visit Miss Cameron's page here and sign up. Here is the code. This will be my last day posting this, so if you somehow don't do it today, then you can always go back to the old post to get the code, but this will be my last time that I will post it. If you're listening to the one to read aloud, continue to do so. It's at 12 o'clock today. Today we have our Zoom session at 11 a.m. Our lesson will be on the climax, the turning point, the top of the mountain, the story mountain. I put your updated link in your social studies folder, so please use that for our Zoom meeting. There are a few things that you need to do before a Zoom meeting, so I put it in bullets so that you can check it off as you complete all of them. 1, you need paper and pencil for a reading lesson. 2, you really need to read up to chapter 23 before our lesson. Okay, so this is really the time that you have to read up to this chapter. It's in your reading folder. 3, the Zoom lesson will be mostly a read aloud of me reading chapter 24 to you. It's such an important part of the book, so I want to read it with you, and we're going to stop, think, pause, and talk about why this is the climax and what is happening. It's a very emotional part. I'm hoping that I don't cry during this part, but it's a very emotional part, and we'll talk about it when the time comes. Last, if you could print out right here on the link, this is chapter 24. Please don't read it ahead of time, but I do need you to have the text in front of you because we're going to do some work during our active engagement. But again, please don't read it beforehand because it will ruin our read aloud together. If you can't print out with this link, I also put that in your social studies folder. Last, if you want to get a head start to listen to chapter 25, 26 over the weekend, you will need to be up to chapter 26 for Tuesday's lesson. It's going to be either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll let you know, but just you can get a head start if you would like. Otherwise, you can keep it in your folder and read it on Monday. Today, after a Zoom lesson, I will meet with students 16 to 19 just to touch base and see how things are going. Again, anyone can stick behind if they have a question. Continue to jot questions if you have them on the Padlet. Now, this is the part that looks very wordy and you might get worried. It is just a recap of everything we've been doing since our Zoom sessions. So I tried to put it all together. They're in your session work as well, but this is the kind of work and the questions that you should be asking yourself while you're reading your independent book. So if you wanted to print this out and have it next to you, it might be a good idea. I also gave you an organizer just to help you when you meet those secondary characters if you need to decide are they advisors, sidekicks, or challengers. I also provided you with a picture here from our lesson yesterday to show the relationship timeline if the secondary characters have more of a positive effect on the main character or a negative effect. So this is just here to help you. These are just resources to help you along the way. Today, you're going to get a new chart that if you can, I would print out. This is really helpful. It's an anchor chart that helps you and guides you along what kind of work you should be doing at the beginning of a story, the middle of a story, and the end of the story. And I will go over that today in our Zoom lesson. Session 11 is in your reading folder. This will help you guide your book club members. Please remember, I know it's so exciting if you're Zooming or FaceTiming, but really try to use this time to discuss your books, just like we do in class. Have a great discussion and spend about 15-20 minutes going over the questions in session 11. I just posted this again. It's just another chance. If you didn't get to it yesterday, you can print out the character traits to help you along the way. And last, here are other suggestions to just find your books. I'm hoping that most of you possibly bought books on Amazon or are going through the library, Scarsdale Library, to get books delivered to you, because a hard copy book is always the best with the kind of work we're doing. Today, your book review Seesaw is due, so you have today to put on your finishing touches if you didn't hand it in yet. And last, your post on your blog is due sometime next week. Just, I'm looking for good writing, just a reflection about what you're doing as a reader, and you could just read this more carefully so you know the expectations. Today is a video that I made. You're going to find the perimeter of a shape with a curved line, so have fun watching the video. I did this with my daughter, my third grade daughter, Jessica. Also, you're going to complete page 171. You can copy or paste or print. I gave you different options on the Google slide that you can try here. You will need a piece of string and scissors for this activity. Reflex is due today. I will be tracking to see how everyone did, and I will report how many facts our class has completed. As of yesterday, I think it was 184,000. So I will have that number for you on Monday. Last, social studies aspects, social studies, your social aspects was due today. So I'll be looking for those in your Google Slides. And today we have a really fun field trip planned for Fun Friday. Mrs. Mangan will explain how to play bingo while visiting the San Diego Zoo. So please watch this first before you head off to the San Diego Zoo. There's a lot here, so the activities do not have to be completed today. This might be something fun to do as a family, and you can complete the activities over the weekend. And her video will explain more about how you can post them, what you can do, and Seesaw might be a fun way to report what you did at the San Diego Zoo. So please read over here. In your social studies folder, I put in a virtual field trip bingo board for you, so you're going to need to print that out to play your bingo game. And here's your link to go to the zoo. And last, spelling is due today. Remember, check each activity and then turn everything in. If you don't check every activity, on my teacher screen, I see in progress versus completion. So it's important to check all, put an actual check mark when you click on it next to each activity. Have an awesome Friday. You deserve a great weekend. Enjoy your family time. I hope you enjoy the San Diego Zoo. I'm going to do this with my family as well. And I will see you on Monday. Oh, one last thing. I apologize. For your parents, because I know it's been so busy, here's a checklist of all the assignments from this past week. This is something that maybe you want to check in, go on the e-learning slideshow and just have your child show you what they did. But it shows you for ELA what we did. Please know these do not include the videos and the tutorials that we did. It was just too much to write and I didn't want to overwhelm everyone. But these are the assignments and activities that we did in ELA, math, social studies, Seesaw, spelling, and then next week they have their blog post. And last, right now this is pretty, I want to say tentative, but definitely Monday. I already booked Mr. Casal. I figured we can have a session with him for more tech questions, so have your tech questions ready. And Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm not sure if I'm going to flip-flop this or not, but we'll definitely have Zoom at 11 on all of these 3 days. Okay, again, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.